After Xiao Yan became a Dou Emperor, he activated 9 pill cauldrons simultaneously and refined 9 ninth-tier mysterious pills in a single attempt. The reactions of the ninth-tier alchemists throughout the Central Plains were almost beyond belief. In the side story of Battle Through the Heavens, Xiao Yan returned to the Ancient Bodhi Tree after becoming a Dou Emperor and promised to help it evolve into the legendary Divine Bodhi Tree. In exchange, he received several Bodhi Hearts and hundreds of Bodhi Seeds. When combined with the Origin of Reincarnation, these were all supreme treasures born from heaven and earth. Such treasures could no longer provide Xiao Yan with much improvement at his current level. However, for his relatives, friends, disciples, and the experts around him, they represented unimaginable opportunities. Xiao Yan intended to use these 2 heavenly treasures as the primary ingredients for a unique pill. After reaching the heavenly sovereign realm, he had personally deduced and perfected this extraordinary formula, naming it the Bodhi Tempering Pill. Its effects were astonishing. Even within the Great Thousand World, such a pill would be fiercely sought after. On the Dou Qi continent, it was simply priceless. The pill could help any cultivator below the sovereign realm overcome 1 or even 2 major cultivation bottlenecks. Even a 9th-grade sovereign who had been trapped at the peak of his realm for many years would have a 90% chance of successfully stepping into the earthly sovereign realm after consuming it. For cultivators on the Dou Qi continent, taking this pill would almost guarantee their advancement into the Dou Saint realm. After becoming a Dou Saint, their foundations and future potential would also far surpass others at the same level. Its reincarnation power could even transform the soul, making it much easier for the user to cultivate their spiritual strength to the heavenly state. While continuing to deduce and adjust the formula of the Bodhi Tempering Pill, Xiao Yan casually waved his hand. Endless multicolored heavenly flames surged into existence, instantly transforming into a vast sea of fire. With another thought, the magnificent flames filling the sky suddenly began to converge. In the blink of an eye, 9 dazzling flame furnaces, each nearly 1,000 feet tall, appeared before Xiao Yan. Even after creating such a spectacular scene, Xiao Yan remained perfectly calm. With a single thought, vast quantities of medicinal ingredients continuously flew out of his storage ring. They formed 9 rivers of precious herbs that poured into the 9 enormous flame cauldrons. At that moment, 9 gigantic furnaces burned simultaneously between heaven and earth. The terrifying heat caused the temperature throughout the territory surrounding Falling Star Pavilion to rise steadily. Such an enormous disturbance immediately alerted every expert within the pavilion, and soon drew the attention of the entire Central Plains. After all, there were only so many true peak experts in the Central Plains. Furthermore, the title of Flame Emperor had already spread throughout the region during the past several days. Every Dou Saint knew exactly how terrifying Xiao Yan's current strength had become. He had destroyed the entire Han clan by himself and killed Han Tiandi, who had sacrificed his entire clan, in only 7 moves. Such strength was horrifying beyond imagination. After hearing the news, alchemists from every region of the Central Plains rushed toward Falling Star Pavilion. Even the weakest among them was an 8th-tier alchemist. As increasing numbers of powerful experts arrived, 2 figures also appeared among the Gu clan's group. The moment the crowd recognized them, everyone trembled slightly. Their gazes carried obvious reverence and respect. The newcomers were naturally Gu Yuan, the patriarch of the Gu clan, and his daughter, Gu Suner. After Han Tiandi was killed and the Han clan was destroyed, Gu Yuan no longer had anything to worry about. Even without him personally guarding the Gu clan, there was no longer any faction on the continent capable of threatening it. The only person who might possess such power was his own son-in-law. As a result, Gu Yuan had been living an exceptionally relaxed life recently. After hearing what was happening, Suner had eagerly followed her father to Falling Star Pavilion. The moment she entered its territory, her beautiful eyes immediately turned toward Xiao Yan, who was seated cross-legged in the empty sky. Sensing her arrival, Xiao Yan, who had remained motionless until then, finally turned his head. When he saw Suner looking at him, a warm smile appeared on his face. Meanwhile, every 8th-tier and 9th-tier alchemist in the Central Plains stared intently at Xiao Yan's every movement. Although they did not know exactly what he was refining, their instincts told them that the outcome would be extraordinary. He might once again create a sensation throughout the Central Plains. After all, Xiao Yan had already created far too many miracles. Time slowly passed, and 7 days disappeared in the blink of an eye. During those 7 days, the expressions of the surrounding alchemists became increasingly animated. Their gazes toward Xiao Yan were now filled with worship and fanaticism. The alchemy techniques he displayed were as beautiful and flawless as a work of art. Every alchemist present gained profound insights from watching him. Many could even feel that their own alchemy skills were on the verge of reaching a new level. Even renowned 9th-tier alchemists such as the first elder of the Little Pill Tower, Yao Dan, the patriarch of the Yao clan, and the Shenong old man stared at Xiao Yan as though they were looking at a divine being. Only experts at their level could truly understand how terrifying Xiao Yan's abilities had become. How could someone so young possess alchemy skills that surpassed an entire era? Yao Dan's eyes burned with fanaticism. At that moment, his feelings toward Xiao Yan had transformed into complete admiration. In the past, he had merely feared Xiao Yan's overwhelming strength. Now, Xiao Yan's alchemy had thoroughly conquered every alchemist present. Even the powerful observers who knew nothing about alchemy could sense the terrifying nature of what Xiao Yan was accomplishing. Within the 9 enormous flame furnaces, indescribably powerful energy fluctuations were steadily gathering. In the next instant, 9 enormous black thunderclouds appeared and completely covered the sky above Falling Star Pavilion. The moment the crowd saw those 9 thunderclouds, they could no longer conceal their shock. Every single one was a mysterious pill thundercloud. The expressions of everyone present froze completely. Their emotions could no longer be described as mere astonishment. For many years, 9th-tier mysterious pills had been considered the highest-grade medicinal pills that anyone on the Dou Qi continent could refine through individual effort. Before Xiao Yan's rise, no one had successfully refined a 9th-tier mysterious pill alone for several thousand years. Given Xiao Yan's strength and alchemy skills, no one would have considered it unusual if he had refined a single 9th-tier mysterious pill. However, Xiao Yan was currently controlling 9 pill cauldrons at the same time. Within every cauldron, a 9th-tier mysterious pill was being formed. He was refining 9 of them simultaneously. What level of cultivation and spiritual strength was required to support such an undertaking? How perfect did his control over the flames have to be? The alchemy Xiao Yan displayed had completely exceeded their understanding. Even the 9th-tier alchemists could not imagine themselves accomplishing such a feat. While they were deeply shocked, an indescribable sense of helplessness also rose within their hearts. When a 9th-tier mysterious pill was born, the medicinal aura it released could condense into countless lower-grade pills in the sky before falling like rain. In comparison, the medicinal energy of a 9th-tier golden pill was far more concentrated, so it would not normally produce such a spectacular phenomenon. In previous eras, the birth of a single 9th-tier mysterious pill was enough to create a majestic rain of pills. Xiao Yan, however, had refined 9 of them at once. The combined medicinal aura released by the 9 9th-tier mysterious pills was so immense that even the vast thunderclouds were gradually dyed emerald green. How magnificent would the pill rain produced by such boundless medicinal energy become? In an instant, the sky within a 1,000-mile radius of Xiao Yan was covered by layer upon layer of emerald green clouds. Every drop of rain that fell from those clouds transformed into a pill formed from the scattered medicinal energy. Although these pills did not contain much energy, they had still been created from the medicinal aura of 9th-tier pills. Their quality was naturally exceptional. Even a small amount of that scattered aura was enough to form pills comparable to those of the 3rd or 4th tier. Soon, the entire region within 1,000 miles was covered by the emerald pill rain. When the rain finally ended, countless jade-green pills blanketed the ground. The sight was breathtakingly beautiful, yet even more shocking. Fortunately, the weakest people present were already at the Dou Zun level. Whether because of their status or their reverence toward Xiao Yan, none of them dared to rush forward and seize the pills. Although their individual grades were not especially high, the sheer number of pills still made many experts extremely tempted. There were enough to support some ancient clans for a very long time. Xiao Yan naturally understood their value. His vast spiritual strength immediately swept across the countless emerald pills covering the ground. They rose into the air and formed a massive green river before flowing into one of his high-grade storage rings. Not long after the pill rain ended, an even more astonishing scene appeared. A brilliant bolt of lightning suddenly tore across the sky. In an instant, the entire heavens were surrounded by an endless ocean of thunder. Falling Star Pavilion was completely covered by dazzling, snow-white lightning. The blinding light was so intense that many weaker cultivators could not even open their eyes. Within that limitless radiance, an enormous phantom towering between heaven and earth slowly appeared. The giant figure opened its mouth and inhaled. The endless lightning immediately twisted together like countless thin strands before transforming into a thunder river more than 1,000 feet wide. The enormous phantom then swallowed it in a single breath. One of the Dou saints stared at the scene in disbelief. Is that the same manifestation Lord Flame Emperor used against the Nihility devouring flame? As the sea of lightning created by the pill tribulation was swallowed and refined by Xiao Yan, the medicinal pills within the 9 cauldrons finally matured completely. Pills of this level had already developed powerful spirituality and intelligence. The moment they emerged, they instinctively attempted to escape. 9 emerald figures shot out from the furnaces and transformed into different appearances. Some became elderly people, children, women, or young men, while others transformed into strange magical beasts. Xiao Yan's calm laughter echoed through the sky. You were personally refined by this emperor. Do you truly believe you can escape? In the next instant, flaming chains covered in profound runes shot out from the 9 cauldrons. They wrapped around the fleeing figures and sealed their movements before dragging them back into the flame furnaces. After all 9 emerald figures were captured, Xiao Yan waved his hand. The 9 enormous flame furnaces rapidly shrank and flew back to his side. Only then did Xiao Yan carefully retrieve the 9 perfectly refined pills and store them away. With that, 9 Bodhi tempering pills at the level of 9th tier mysterious pills had been successfully completed. Although they were technically only 9th tier mysterious pills, their value exceeded that of ordinary 9th tier golden pills. Their energy might not have been as concentrated as that of a golden pill, but their effects were enough to drive countless experts into madness. After completing the refinement, Xiao Yan finally turned toward the surrounding crowd, whose gazes were filled with fanaticism. The moment they noticed him looking at them, the experts became even more excited. Congratulations, Flame Emperor, on successfully completing these divine pills. Lord Flame Emperor's future achievements in alchemy will surely become even more brilliant than those of Senior Yao. Some alchemists looked at Xiao Yan as though they were pilgrims gazing upon a sacred figure. Alchemists were the most respected professionals on the Dou Qi continent and were often extremely arrogant. However, it was precisely because of their lifelong devotion to alchemy that they now regarded Xiao Yan as a god standing at the summit of their profession. Faced with their overwhelming admiration, Xiao Yan could only smile helplessly.